Good day and welcome to the Orangeburg Area Public Library. My name is Mrs. Price and today I'm going to read The Tiny Seed by Eric Carle. It's autumn and the strong wind is blowing. It blows flower seeds high into the air and carries them far across the land. One of the seeds is very tiny, smaller than the others. Will it be able to keep up with the others, and where are they all going? One of the seeds flies higher than all the others. Up it flies until it flies too high and the sun's hot rays burn it up. But the tiny seed sails on with the others. Another seed lands on tall and icy mountains. The ice never melts and the seeds cannot grow. The rest of the seeds fly on, but the tiny seed does not go as fast as the others. Now they fly over the ocean. One seed falls into the water and drowns. The others sail on with the wind, but the tiny seed does not go as high as the others. The tiny seed. One seed drifts down into the desert. It is hot and dry, and the seed cannot grow. Now the tiny seed is flying very low, but the wind pushes it on with the others. Finally, the wind stops and the seeds fall gently down onto the ground. A bird comes by and eats one seed. The tiny seed is not eaten. It is so small that the bird does not see it. Now it is winter. After their long trip, the seeds settle down. They look just as if they were going to sleep on the earth. Snow falls and covers them like a soft white blanket. A hungry mouse that also lives in the ground eats a seed for his lunch, but the tiny seed is very still and the mouse does not see it. Or maybe that's it. Now it is spring. After a few months, the snow has melted. It's really spring. Birds fly by, the sun shines, rain falls. The seeds grow so round and full they start to burst open a little. Now they are not seeds anymore, they are plants. First they send roots down into the earth, then their little stems and leaves begin to grow up towards the sun and the air. There is another plant that grows much faster than the new plants. It is a big fat weed, and it takes all the sunlight and rain away from the small new plants, and that little plant dies. The tiny seed has not begun to grow yet. It will be too late. Hurry, finally it starts to grow into a plant. The warm weather brings children out to play. They too have been waiting for the sun and springtime. One child does not see the plant as he runs along and, he breaks one. Now that one cannot grow anymore, but the tiny plant is still growing. The tiny plant that grew from the tiny seed is growing fast, but the neighbor grows even faster. Before the tiny plant has 3 leaves, the other plant has 7. And look, a bud, and now even a flower. And what is happening? First there are footsteps, then a shadow looms over them, then a hand reaches down and breaks off the flower. But the tiny plant is still growing. A boy has picked a flower to give to a friend. It's summer. Now the tiny plant from the tiny seed is all alone. It grows on and it doesn't stop. The sun shines out on it and the rain waters it. It has many leaves. It grows taller and taller, taller than the people, taller than the trees. It is taller than the houses. And now a flower grows on it. People come from far and near to look at this flower. It is the tallest flower they have ever seen. It is a giant flower. All summer long, the birds and the bees and the butterflies come visiting. They had never seen such a big and beautiful flower. Now it is autumn again. The days grow shorter, the nights grow cooler, and the wind carries yellow and red leaves past the flower. Some petals drop from the giant flower, and as they sail along with the bright leaves over the land and down into the ground. The wind blows harder. The flower has lost almost all of its petals, but it sways and bends away from the wind. But the wind grows stronger and shakes the flower. Once more, the wind shakes the flower, and this time the flower seed pops open, and out come many tiny seeds that quickly sail far away into the wind. And the cycle starts all over again. And that's the story of the tiny seed. Come on in and get a craft bag from us. We'd love to see you. And come and pick up the book and check out the tiny seed. Thank you for joining us.